Hello there YouTube, and welcome to another video. So today's video, I'm going to highlight two things. I'm going to highlight the new smelter in the PTR, and I'm going to highlight this gypsum kiln that is coming in the newest patch and is in the PTR. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I don't know if I'm in love with this change yet, but we'll see how things go. So essentially, with the high watermark, they are allowing you to kind of do like daily tasks, which I'm not really a fan of. I don't really like that method. I want to play the game how I want to play it and earn the same reward, not the same rewards, but earn the rewards I want, way I want to play the game, not kind of go through a task list every day of getting certain objectives, certain activities done to make sure I can get what is needed to be done. Because if there's an activity I don't like doing so much, then I'm not going to really want to do that, and that just becomes unenjoyable. So that's kind of my thoughts on this whole process. But essentially, what I did is in the PTR, I played 2 games of Outpost Rush, and when I opened the box, it gave me one ruby gypsum. So I have 2 of them. It only says I only have 1, but I have 2 because I opened the box from Outpost Rush in the PTR. I got 2 of these. What this allows you to do is I got 2 ruby ones, so the rubies must be from Outpost, and these different gypsum orbs to create from these different like sapphire, emerald. I mean, these must just be different activities throughout the game, like main bosses, dungeons, arenas, Outpost Rush, all those different kinds of activities. So we'll kind of see it like what you have to complete to get some of these done. But so for instance, Outpost Rush gave me 2 rubies. So I'm going to craft this, and that gives me a gypsum orb. So we'll continue to craft, and now I can upgrade that into a cast. So it's the first time I'm doing this, so you guys are seeing this for the first time, just like I am. So you take that orb and you can make any one of these. Now I think these are going to be the things that you can make one a day. You can make multiple of these. I mean, there's timers on each one, so I don't know if you have to choose one once a day. I know you can only make some of these once a day, so like the ruby one, I can craft now in 21 hours. So now there's a cooldown on that one. So now I have to wait to 21 hours to get my 2 rubies from playing Outpost Rush. Get those again. We'll just go ahead and update. We'll get a life staff one, the gypsum life staff cast. So we got the cast. And now looks like we can open this cast. Boom, I got a 521 life staff. And there you go. That increases my expertise. So now my high watermark, or as they're calling it now, expertise, is 521 for my life staff here on the PTR. So in the real game, whatever your high watermark is, or your expertise is, it's gonna raise. So now let's see if I can even, if there's a timer on the life staff one. So it looks like you can only upgrade that as well every 21 hours, 22 hours. That's interesting. So I don't know if I love this system. I'm not sure what to make of this, but it looks like my expertise or my watermark only went up by 1. So if you have to do all of these and you can only do 1 item per orb every 22 hours, I mean, that is a very slow system of increasing your watermark. But I guess we'll see if they'll make any changes on that. That's a really slow way of doing it in comparison to what we have now of just like, opening chest, name boss, or, world drops from bosses like in Murkgard and stuff, and, doing Genesis, Lazarus, that kind of thing. So I guess we'll kind of see where that goes. I'm really not a fan of this so far. I don't want to be too negative about it. I want to stay positive and, see how this goes. And maybe this is a fun system. Who knows? But, I think it's a good idea if you're really at that 590 mark and you're a 585 mark and you're really trying to just get that extra bump. But, I mean, going from like 500 gear score using this method to get your expertise up now, yikes, that could be a long, tedious task. So really quickly, I just want to highlight where these kilns are. So when you get those gypsums, you can only craft them in, I think it's 60 plus areas and settlements. So there's one in Ebonscale Reach right there. It says it's trying to, it won't let me like highlight it, but it's this little icon right there. There is one in Reekwater, I believe. Yep, right there, Gypsum Kiln. Another 60 area is going to be up here in, it looks like Eden Grove. Let's see if Eden Grove has one. Eden Grove has one. And then I'm assuming Shattered Mountain has one as well. Yep, Shattered Mountain, both outposts. Looks like they have the gypsum kilns as well. So Reekwater, Ebonscale Reach, Eden Grove, and Shattered Mountain, all of these 60 plus areas in the game are all going to have those kilns. So now let's take a look at the smelter. I'm just going to use this as an example because it's going to work like this for all of the daily mats. So we're just going to use the smelter as an example. But as you can see here, cinnabar and tolvium. You can use 250 orichalcum ore to create tolvium. Now this is a timer as well. I'm assuming you can only make 10 a day. That would be my assumption as well. As you can see, there's a little hourglass on each one, just like the Asmodium. So it looks like you're only going to be able to make 10 cinnabar, 10 tolvium a day so that you can make your 10 Asmodium. So stock up on orichalcum ore. I know on a lot of servers it's probably like 1 cent, and a lot of people just have been throwing them on the ground when they're trying to go out and farm for their tolvium and cinnabar. And now you have a real reason to use that orichalcum ore. This helps the economy with that resource as well, but it's going to be doing this as well for all the daily mats. So 5,000 orichalcum ore is going to allow you to make 10 tolvium, 10 cinnabar in a day. It looks like it's going to work this way as well, like on the loom. So it's going to be the same thing, 250 wire fiber, 500 wire fiber will give you one of each, and 5,000 wire fiber will get you 10 blister weave, 10 scale cloth, so you can make your 10 Phoenix weave. Now for the stone cutting table, things are going to stay the exact same because you don't need a legendary mat to make rune stones. You're just going to need the same obsidian void stone, sandpaper, and then some lodestone. Same thing for the tannery. You can see scarhide, smolderhide, so you can use ironhide to make your smolderhide and scarhide, which is really nice because I'm sure a lot of servers have 1 cent ironhide as well. I'm sure that price has now gone up because a lot of people have bought it, but stock up on your ironhide, your orichalcum, your wire fiber, and your ironwood as well. I'm pretty sure the ironwood's going to work the same for the wood shop for your glittering ebony as well. So stock up on these mats before this change goes through. That way you can make as many legendary mats as possible. That's going to be it for the video. Just wanted to highlight the kiln and the legendary mat changes. This is a huge change in the system of what we know now and how the mats are going to work, and the high watermark system, or the expertise as we are now calling it. So if you guys like this video, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Almadelic, and I will see you guys in the next video.